Welcome to Learning English Every Day. Today, you will hear a story about time. It is called Time's the Broken Clock. It is a story about the now. It is a story about later. Please listen and feel the lesson. My name is Arthur. I am 82 years old. I have soft white hair. I have slow hands. For 60 years, I was a watchmaker. I lived in a small shop. The shop was full of clocks, big clocks, small clocks, old clocks. Every day, I heard the same sound. Tick, tock, tick, tock. It was a steady sound. It was a calm sound. To me, it was the sound of life. But to many people, it is a scary sound. They think time is running away. They think they must run too. I have seen many people in my shop. I have seen their faces. I have seen their eyes. Some people walk slowly. They look at the clocks. They smile. But most people are in a hurry. They want their watches fixed fast. They check their phones. They do not look at me. They do not see the sun. They only see the minutes. One Tuesday morning, the bell rang. It was a sharp sound. A young man rushed in. His name was Leo. He was 30 years old. He wore a dark, expensive suit. His tie was very tight. His shoes made a loud sound. Clack, clack, clack. He did not say hello. He did not smile. He looked at his wrist. He looked at his phone. He looked at the wall clock. "Is it 10 a.m.?" he asked. His voice was rough. I looked at him. I looked at his eyes. They were red. They were moving fast. "Yes," I said. "It is 10 a.m." Leo sat down. He did not sit slowly. He dropped into the chair. He put his head in his hands. He looked heavy. He looked very, very tired. "I am late," he whispered. "I am always late." I did not speak. I waited. In my shop, silence is a friend. But Leo did not like silence. He tapped his foot. He clicked his pen. Click, click, click. He was like a machine that could not stop. "What is wrong, Leo?" I asked softly. He looked up. His jaw was tight. His teeth were pressed together. "I feel sick, Arthur," he said. I looked at his body. He looked strong. He looked healthy. But I saw the truth. "Where does it hurt?" I asked. He touched his chest. "Here. It feels tight. It feels like a stone is inside. I cannot breathe well." I nodded. "I have seen this before." "Do you sleep?" I asked. He laughed. It was a hard laugh. It was an empty laugh. "Sleep? I have no time for sleep. I work. I answer emails. I go to meetings. I plan for tomorrow." I watched him. His phone vibrated on the table. Buzz, buzz. It sounded like a trapped insect. Leo grabbed it fast. He read a message. He typed a reply. His fingers moved like lightning. "I must do this," he said. "If I stop, I lose. My boss needs me. My team needs me. The world needs me." I looked at the clocks on the wall. They moved at the same speed. They did not rush for a boss. They did not rush for a team. "And what do you need, Leo?" I asked. He froze. He looked at me. He looked confused. I need more time," he said. I shook my head. "No, you have the same time as the trees. You have the same time as the sea." Leo stood up. He walked to the window. He looked at the street. He did not see the people. He did not see the flowers. He saw the cars. He saw the traffic. "Everything is a race," he said. "I wake up at 5 a.m. I drink black coffee. It is bitter. It is hot. I drink it fast. I do not taste it. I check my computer. I see numbers, red numbers, green numbers. I see problems." His voice became louder. "I drive to work. I yell at the cars. I want them to move. I get to my desk. I sit. I work. I eat a sandwich. I do not taste the bread. I only think about the next meeting. I think about the next goal." I listened to his words. They were like a river. They did not stop. In the evening, I go home. But I am not home. My mind is at the office. I eat dinner with my phone. I sleep with my phone. I dream about emails. He turned to me. His eyes were full of fear. "I feel empty, Arthur. I have a big car. I have a big house. I have a big job. But inside, I am a desert. I am waiting for the weekend. I am waiting for the holiday. I am waiting for the future." I walked to him. I put my hand on his shoulder. My hand was warm. My hand was slow. "You are waiting for life to start," I said. "But life is happening now. It is happening in this shop. It is happening in your breath." Leo shook his head. "I will live later, when I have enough money, when I am safe, when the work is finished." I smiled sadly. "The work is never finished, Leo. The later is a lie. Later often becomes never." Leo looked at a small clock on my desk. It was an old clock. It was made of dark wood. It did not move. The hand stayed at 4:12. "Is that clock broken?" he asked. "Yes," I said. "It has been broken for many years." "Why don't you fix it?" he asked. "You are a watchmaker. You have the tools." I looked at the broken clock. I felt a small pain in my heart. "I do not fix it because I want to remember," I said. "Remember what?" "I want to remember the day I lost my time," I whispered. Leo stayed quiet for a moment. The shop was very still. The times, tick-tock times of the other clocks felt like a heartbeat. "I don't understand," Leo said. "I know," I answered. "You are running too fast to understand. You are chasing tomorrow. But tomorrow is a shadow. You cannot catch a shadow." Leo looked at his phone again. It lit up. A new email. A new problem. He reached for it, but then he stopped. He looked at the broken clock. He looked at my old hands. "I am tired of running, Arthur," he said. His voice was small now. "I am so tired. My chest is so heavy." I pulled out a chair. "Sit down, Leo. Not for a minute. Sit for as long as you need. Let the world wait. The world will not end if you stop." Leo sat. He took a deep breath, in and out. For the first time, he did not check the time. He just sat. "Tell me," he said. "Tell me about the broken clock. Tell me why you stopped fixing time." I sat across from him. I looked at the rain on the window. I began to tell him the truth. I began to tell him about my own regret. Leo sat in the wooden chair. He was quiet. He did not check his phone. He looked at the broken clock on my desk. The hands were still at 4:12. He wanted to know why. He wanted to know about my regret. I looked at my hands. They are old now. They have many lines. Each line is a story. Some stories are happy. Some stories are sad. Leo, I said, I was like you. I was young. I was fast. I wanted to be a success. I wanted to be safe. Leo looked at me. But you are a watchmaker, Arthur. You live in a quiet shop. Your life is slow. I smiled. It was a sad smile. Now, yes, but 40 years ago, I was different. I had a small shop then too, but I was not happy. I wanted a bigger shop. I wanted a bigger house. I wanted a car that was shiny and new. I picked up a small tool. It was a tiny screwdriver. It was very light. I had a daughter. Her name was Sarah. She had bright eyes. She had a laugh like a bell. She loved to come into the shop. She would pull my sleeve. She would say, "Papa, come play. Come see the birds in the park." I stopped. I breathed in slowly, in and out. "And what did you say?" Leo asked. "I said the same thing you say, Leo." I said, "Time is money, Sarah." I said, "Not now. I am busy. I have to fix this watch. I have to earn money for our future. We will go to the park later." I looked at the window. I could see the memory. Sarah would wait. She would sit on the floor. She would play with old gears. She would wait for an hour. Then she would ask again, "Papa, now? Can we go now?" And I would look at the clock. I would look at the work on my desk. I would say, "No, Sarah. Later. Tomorrow. I promise. Tomorrow we will have time." Leo was very still. He was listening with his whole heart. "I did this for many years," I continued. "I worked 14 hours a day. I fixed thousands of watches. I made a lot of money. I bought the big house. It had a big garden. It had a big fence. I thought we were safe. I thought I was a good father. But the house was empty, Leo, because I was never there. I was in the shop. I was chasing tomorrow. I was building a future that never came." I looked at the broken clock again. One day, I came home. I was tired. My back was heavy. I saw Sarah in the garden. She was 16 years old. She was tall. She was beautiful. She was reading a book. She did not look at me. She did not run to me. I walked to her. I said, "Sarah, I have no work today. Let's go to the park. Let's see the birds." I felt a tear in my eye. It was a warm tear. Sarah looked up from her book. Her eyes were not bright anymore. They were like your eyes, Leo. They were tired. She said, "Not now, Papa. I am busy. I have to study. Maybe later." In that moment, my heart felt like it stopped. I realized the truth. I had given her a big house. I had given her expensive clothes, but I had not given her my time. And now, she did not want it. Leo leaned forward. "What did you do?" "I went back to my shop. I sat at this desk. I looked at the clock. It was 4:12 p.m. I picked up a hammer. I hit the clock. I broke it. I wanted to stop the time. I wanted to go back." "But you cannot go back, Leo. You can only go forward." The shop was very quiet. We could only hear the rain. Patter, patter, patter. "Sarah grew up," I said. "She moved away. She lives in a city far from here. We talk on the phone. We are friends. But I missed her childhood. I missed the birds in the park. I missed the small moments. And those moments are gone forever. Leo looked at his phone. It was on the table. It was silent. I am doing the same thing, Leo whispered. I tell my mother I will call her later. I tell my friends I will see them later. I tell my soul I will rest later. Yes, I said. You carry the weight of later. It is a very heavy weight. It makes your chest tight. It makes your life empty. Leo touched his chest. He looked like he wanted to cry. I thought I was being strong, Leo said. I thought I was building a life. No, I said softly. You are building a wall. You are building a wall between you and the world. You are inside the wall. You are alone, and you are running out of now. I stood up. I walked to a shelf. I took down a small box. It was covered in dust. I blew the dust away. Whoosh. Leo, I have a gift for you, I said. A gift? For me? Yes. But it is a difficult gift. It is a gift that will make you feel afraid, but it will also make you feel free. I opened the box. Inside was an old silver pocket watch. It was beautiful. It had a long chain, but the glass was cracked. It did not tick. It was silent. This was my father's watch, I said. It is broken. Like me. Like you. Leo took the watch. It was cold in his hand. It was heavy. Why are you giving me a broken watch? Leo asked. Because I want you to fix it, I said. But I am not a watchmaker, Arthur. I don't know how to fix clocks. I only know how to use them. I looked into his eyes. I am not talking about the gears, Leo. I am talking about your life. I want you to spend the next 24 hours fixing your time. How? Leave your phone here, I said. Leave your laptop here. Go out into the rain. Walk slowly. Do not look at a clock. Do not look at a schedule. Just be Leo. Just for one day. Leo looked at his phone. He looked at the silver watch. He looked afraid. He looked like a man standing on the edge of a mountain. Can I do it? He asked. You must do it, I said. If you do not stop now, you will wake up at 82. You will sit in a shop, and you will look at a broken clock at 4:12, and you will be alone. Leo stood up. He left his phone on my table. It looked small. It looked weak. He took the silver pocket watch. He put it in his pocket. 24 hours, Leo said. 24 hours, I repeated. Go now. The sun is hiding, but the day is waiting for you. Leo walked to the door. He opened it. The cold air came in. The smell of wet earth came in. He stepped out. He did not run. He walked. I watched him go. I sat back down. I looked at the broken clock at 4:12. I felt a little bit lighter. Leo walked out of my shop. He did not have his phone. He did not have his watch. He had only the old silver pocket watch in his pocket. It was broken. It was silent. The rain was falling. Drip, drop, drip, drop. It was a soft sound. Leo walked down the street. He felt strange. He felt naked. His hand moved to his pocket every 2 minutes. He was looking for his phone. He wanted to check the time. He wanted to see his emails, but there was nothing there. He felt a ghost vibration in his leg. Bzz, bzz. He stopped. He reached into his pocket, but his pocket was empty. It was just his mind playing a trick. His mind was addicted to the rush. His mind was addicted to the noise. He walked past a large glass building. It was full of offices. He saw people inside. They were running. They were talking on phones. They were looking at big screens. Leo looked at them. He thought, that was me. That is my world. Suddenly, he saw a clock on a bank building. It was bright red. 11:15 a.m. Leo froze. His heart started to beat very fast. Thump, 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 thump. 11:15? He whispered. I have a meeting at 11:30. I am going to be late. My boss will be angry. I will lose the project. He started to run. He ran past a flower shop. He ran past a bakery. He did not smell the bread. He did not see the roses. He only saw the red numbers in his head. 11:15. 11:16. 11:17. His chest became very tight. It was that heavy feeling again. It was like a giant hand was squeezing his heart. He could not breathe. Huh. He stopped at a corner. He leaned against a cold stone wall. He was shaking. He looked for his phone to call his office. Then he remembered. His phone was on my table. He was alone. He was disconnected. He felt a great fear. It was the fear of being nothing. If he was not busy, who was he? If he was not successful, did he exist? He turned into a small park. He needed to hide. He did not want the city to see him. He found a wooden bench under a large oak tree. The tree protected him from the rain. He sat down. He put his head in his hands. I can't do it, he cried. I am losing everything. I am losing my time. He sat there for a long time. The city noise was far away. He heard the wind in the leaves. Shh, shh, shh. He heard a bird chirping. He heard his own fast breathing. He decided to breathe slowly. Arthur told him to do that. In and out, in and out. Slowly, the stone in his chest felt smaller. The heavy feeling started to lift. He opened his eyes. He looked at the bench. It was old. It was wet. At the end of the bench, he saw something. It was a book. Someone had forgotten it. It was a small, blue book. The cover was worn. Leo picked it up. He opened the pages. They were dry inside. He flipped through the pages. He saw words, but he did not read them. Then he stopped. In the middle of the book, there was an object. It was a dried flower. It was a small purple lavender flower. It was very thin. It was very still. Next to the flower, someone had written a note in pencil. The writing was old and faded. It said, "Stop here. Look at the sky. You are alive. That is enough." Leo read the words again. You are alive. That is enough. He looked at the dried flower. This flower did not have a phone. It did not have a meeting. It did not have a later. It just was. It was beautiful in its silence. It was safe in its peace. Leo looked up at the sky. The gray clouds were moving slowly. He saw a small patch of blue. He saw the rain falling on a puddle. He saw the circles in the water. Plip, plop, plip. For the first time in 10 years, Leo was not thinking about 11:30. He was not thinking about tomorrow. He was looking at a puddle, and it was beautiful. He felt a strange warmth in his stomach. It was not the heat of coffee. It was the heat of life. He touched the silver pocket watch in his pocket. It was still silent, but it did not feel heavy anymore. It felt like a companion. "I am alive," Leo whispered. "That is enough." He stayed on the bench for an hour, or maybe it was 2 hours. He did not know, and he did not care. The race was happening somewhere else. But here, under the tree, there was only the now. He smelled the wet grass. It was a fresh, clean smell. He felt the cold air on his face. It made him feel awake. He felt the rough wood of the bench under his hands. He was not Leo the manager. He was not Leo the success. He was just Leo, a man in a park, a man who could breathe. He realized that Arthur was right. He had been building a wall, but the blue book and the purple flower were a window. He was looking through the window. He was seeing the world for the first time. He stood up. He did not rush. He walked to a small pond in the park. He saw a mother duck and her babies. They were swimming in a line. They were not worried about the future. They were looking for food. They were living in the moment. Leo smiled. It was a slow smile. It was a real smile. He walked out of the park. He walked back toward the city. But the city looked different now. The cars were still loud. The people were still rushing. But Leo was not one of them. He was a stone in a river. The water moved around him, but he stayed still. He saw an old man selling apples. He stopped. He did not check his watch. "How much for an apple?" Leo asked. $1, young man," the old man said. Leo bought the apple. He took a bite. It was sweet. It was crunchy. He tasted the juice. He tasted the sun that grew the fruit. He did not swallow it fast. He chewed slowly. "Thank you," Leo said. "Have a good day," the old man said. "I will," Leo said. "I have plenty of time." He walked toward my shop. The sun was starting to go down. The sky was turning a soft orange. It was beautiful. Leo watched the colors change. He did not want to miss a single second. He reached my door. He saw the warm light inside. He saw me sitting at my desk. I was waiting for him. Leo opened the door. The bell rang. Ding. I looked up. I saw his face. His eyes were not red anymore. They were clear. They were bright. He looked like the boy in my memory. He looked like a man who had found his soul. "Welcome back, Leo," I said. "Arthur," Leo said. He walked to the table. He took the silver pocket watch out of his pocket. He placed it gently on the desk. "I didn't fix the watch," Leo said. "I know," I replied. "But I fixed something else," he whispered. Leo stood by my desk. The shop was warm. Outside, the world was dark. The street lamps were glowing. They looked like small suns in the night. Leo did not look at his phone. It was still on my table. It was black and silent. Leo looked at the silver watch. Then he looked at me. "I saw the sky today, Arthur," Leo said. I smiled. "The sky is always there, Leo, but we are often too busy to look." Leo sat down. He did not drop into the chair this time. He sat slowly. He moved with care. He looked safe. "I had a panic attack," Leo whispered. I saw a clock on a building. It said 11:15. I thought I was losing my time. I started to run. My chest was so heavy. I nodded. The stones in your heart did not want to leave. Yes, Leo said. I ran to a park. I found a blue book on a bench. There was a dried flower inside, and a note. It said, "You are alive." That is enough. Leo touched his chest. I read those words. I looked at the trees. I realized something. I am not my job. I am not my bank account. I am a man. I am a person who can feel the rain. I am a person who can taste a sweet apple. And was it enough, Leo? I asked. Yes, he said. His voice was strong. It was more than enough. I felt full. For years, I felt empty. I filled my life with boxes and meetings. But today, I filled my life with breath. I leaned forward. Many people think enough is a number. They think, if I have $1 million, it is enough. Or, if I have a big house, it is enough. But enough is a feeling. It is a place in your soul. Leo looked at his phone. He picked it up. He did not turn it on. I was afraid of the silence, Leo said. I thought if I stopped running, I would disappear. I thought people would forget me. I thought I would be a nothing. A tree does not have a job, I said. But a tree is perfect. A flower does not have an email. But a flower is beautiful. You are part of nature, Leo. You do not need to prove your life. You only need to live it. Leo turned on his phone. The screen was very bright. It was a cold blue light. Bing, bing, bing. Many messages appeared. Many missed calls. Many problems from the fast world. Leo did not look at the messages. He did not look at the emails. He scrolled down his list of names. He stopped at one name. Mom. Arthur, Leo said. I have not called my mother in 3 weeks. I always tell her, I will call you later. I am too busy now. The later is a ghost. Leo, I said. Do not talk to ghosts. Leo pressed the button. He put the phone to his ear. He waited. I stayed silent. I watched his face. Hello, Mom? Leo said. He listened for a moment. A tear ran down his face. I am okay, Mom. No, nothing is wrong. I just wanted to hear your voice. I missed you. No, I am not busy. I have all the time in the world for you. No, I have all the time in the world for you. Leo talked to his mother for 20 minutes. He did not look at the clock. He did not check his watch. He listened to her stories. He laughed. It was a real laugh. It was a warm laugh. It was not empty anymore. When he finished the call, he looked at me. She was so happy, Leo said. Just a phone call. It cost me nothing, but it meant everything to her. Why did I wait so long? Because you were carrying a heavy stone, Leo. You thought you were protecting her by working, but she only wanted you. Leo stood up. He walked to the window. I am going to change, Arthur. I am going to leave my big job. It is too heavy. It is eating my life. I will find a simple job. I want to see the sun every day. I want to walk in the park. I want to read books on wooden benches. Will you be okay? I asked. You will have less money. You will have a smaller house. Leo smiled. It was the most beautiful smile I have ever seen on a young man. I will have less stuff, Arthur, but I will have more life. I will have more now. I am not afraid of being small anymore. I am afraid of being empty. He picked up the silver pocket watch. He held it in his hand. I want to fix this watch now, Leo said. No, I said. Keep it broken. Let it stay at 412. Carry it with you. Every time you feel the urge to run, touch the watch. Remember the day you stopped. Remember the day you found your breath. Leo put the silver watch in his pocket. He took his phone and his laptop. He put them in his bag. He moved slowly. He moved with peace. Thank you, Arthur, Leo said. You saved my life. No, Leo, I said. The blue book saved your life. The dried flower saved your life. You saved your own life. You chose to stop. Leo walked to the door. He paused. He looked back at my shop. What will you do now, Arthur? I will sit here, I said. I will listen to the clocks. Tick, tock, tick, tock. I will watch the rain, and I will be happy because I know you are finally home. Leo walked out. He did not run. He walked into the night. He looked at the moon. He looked at the stars. He was a man who knew the value of a minute. I sat at my desk. I picked up my tiny screwdriver. I looked at a gold watch on my desk. I did not fix it. I just looked at it. Time is a gift. It is a river. You cannot own the river. You can only swim in it. 1 year has passed since that rainy Tuesday. My shop is still the same. The clocks still go tick-tock. The air still smells like old wood and oil. But the world outside feels a little different. Or maybe I am the one who is different. I was sitting at my desk this morning. The sun was warm on my back. It was a golden sun. It was a slow sun. I looked at the broken clock at 4:12. I smiled. I did not feel sad anymore. I felt peace. The bell rang. Ding! A man walked in. He did not rush. He did not check his phone. He walked like a cat in the sun. He was wearing a simple green shirt. He had dirt on his hands. He smelled like fresh grass and flowers. It was Leo, but he was not the fast man anymore. His jaw was not tight. His teeth were not pressed together. His eyes were clear. They were bright. They were like the sky after a storm. "Hello, Arthur," Leo said. His voice was like a calm river. "Hello, Leo," I said. "You look light." Leo laughed. It was a full laugh. It was a happy laugh. It was not empty. I am light, Arthur. I left the stones behind. I have a new job now. I work in a community garden. I plant seeds. I watch them grow. It takes a long time for a flower to grow. You cannot rush a flower. You can only wait. He sat in the wooden chair. He sat very still. "Do you have your phone?" I asked. Leo pulled a small phone from his pocket. It was old. It was simple. "I have it," he said. "But it is not my boss anymore. It is just a tool. I turn it off at 6 p.m. I turn it off when I am with my mother. I turn it off when I am in the garden." He reached into his other pocket. He pulled out the silver watch I gave him. The glass was still cracked. The hands were still silent. "I carry this every day," Leo said. "When I feel the rush coming back, I touch the cold silver. I remember the rainy day in your shop. I remember the blue book. I remember that I am enough. We sat in silence for a few minutes. It was a beautiful silence. We did not need words. We just needed to be there. Arthur, Leo said, I went to the park yesterday. I sat on the same bench. I found the blue book again. I added a note to it. What did you write? Leo smiled. I wrote, the best things in life are not things. They are moments, and moments are free. I nodded. That is the greatest truth. Leo stayed for an hour. We drank tea. It was warm. It was earthy. We tasted every drop. When he left, he hugged me. His arms were strong. His heart was steady. See you later, Arthur, he said. I laughed. Yes, Leo. A real later. A happy later. I watched him walk down the street. He stopped to look at a small dog. He stopped to talk to a neighbor. He was living his life. He was not chasing it. Now, I want to talk to you. Yes, you, the person listening to my voice. Look at your hands. Look at your life. Are you running? Are you chasing a later that never comes? Are you carrying heavy boxes of stress? Please, stop for a minute. Just 1 minute. Breathe. In and out. Your life is not a race. Your life is a gift. The now is the only thing you really own. Do not give it away for a shiny car or a big house. Give it to the people you love. Give it to the birds in the park. Give it to yourself. Remember, Leo. Remember the broken clock. Remember that you are already safe. You are already enough. Arthur's Life Rules. Here are 10 simple rules for a light life. Please read them slowly. Today is a gift. That is why we call it the present. Later often becomes never. Do it now. Breathe deeply. Your breath is your home. Time is not money. Time is life. Slow is beautiful. You cannot rush a sunset. Put down the phone. Look at the sky instead. Silence is a friend. Do not be afraid of it. Small things are big. A cup of tea is a miracle. You are enough. You do not need more stuff to be good. Listen to your heart. It knows the way home. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. Please listen to these sentences. Repeat them slowly. Feel the words in your heart. I have enough time. I am not in a hurry. I love my life today. My heart is light and safe. I choose the now over the later. I am alive. That is enough. The world is beautiful. I am free from the rush. My soul is not empty. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for listening to Learning English Every Day. I hope this story stays with you. I hope you walk a little slower today. I hope you find your own blue book in the park. My name is Arthur. I am 82 years old, and I am happy because I have all the time in the world. See you in the next lesson. Take care.